All right, welcome to another episode of Trenny and C. I'm
All-
Trenny, this is C.
An all-new episode.
All new episode. So
Fresh original content.
yeah, absolutely. It's so much fun.
Yeah, we have the Lot 40 Canadian Rye here today, and Lot 40 has come out with a new cask strength.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought that we better review the regular one before we do the cask strength.
Absolutely, yeah. So this is Canadian whiskey. We've kind of just got it back in our stores because it was discontinued in the early 2000s, but it's kind of rare to find a rye that is made of 100% rye in Canada these days.
Yeah.
So it's 90% rye and then 10% malted rye. Mm-hmm. And it's really, really, really nice. Yeah. Should we?
So let's cut to our credits.
Our credits.
And stick around for our all new original Rye song.
Mm-hmm. See you in a sec.
Trenny and C, drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon, and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Okay.
All right.
Better pour it up.
Rye, 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 rye.
That was a catchy little ditty in the beginning there.
So good.
I mean, how can we possibly top that?
I mean, I can't believe we thought of that beat and that rhythm and just
Yeah,
like
it's
the whole thing is just original and new.
We're oozing with talent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dripping with it even.
So, this is a Hiram Walker and Sons product,
Mhm.
produced in Ontario.
43%.
43%
It's
alcohol.
nice to get that little jump up from the 40.
Exactly.
It's a no age statement product, but being that it's Canadian whiskey, it's at least 3 years old. But
Yeah,
I don't think they state anywhere what the age is on it. But
There's not too many
whatever.
Canadian whiskeys that have age statements on them anyways.
Yeah,
So,
there isn't really.
Yeah.
So here at Trenny and C, we always do color, nose, taste, finish, and viscosity.
Mhm.
And we're going to do that today, and then we're going to give it a score out of a maximum of 33.33, because that's how we do it. Oh, one thing we do need to do is, it's been a while since you had your little freak out episode. So we kind of need to do some Canadian repairs
Yeah,
on...
this piece kind of came off with a hammer. I'll just move it so you guys can see.
There we go.
And yeah.
It kind of came off?
Yeah, well, it definitely broke like in half completely.
Yeah, you kind of just flipped out there, eh?
Whoop,
Oh,
almost
that would
flipping
have
out
been
too.
some new material for us.
So it is a good idea to use hockey tape for most of your repairs.
Yeah, it's like, it's better than duct tape.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a Canadian review. We got to use Canadian
That's right. We'll get
hockey
this
tape.
all mended up.
There we
Repairs
go.
are in place. I think we're good.
Perfect. Okay, great. Oh, it almost put my coaster in place too.
All right.
There we go. Okay, so we just get straight to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Color it up.
Color it up. So this guy, I mean, if you look right at the bottle, you can kind of see that it's got that kind of almost dirty copper kind
Yeah,
of
it's
thing
a
going
dark
on.
copper for
Yeah.
sure. That's what I had down, dark copper.
But getting straight to the nose, this nose is really interesting on this one. I compared it to, I think, 4 or 5 different Canadian whiskeys, and it was kind of at the end of my line of one.
I did the same. I had it in a lineup.
Yeah, and it really stood out for me personally.
Oh, big time. It's just completely unique.
It's very like baked rye bread. It's a lot of rye influence in there, and it's not a rye that's like American style rye where it's really, really spicy. It's actually kind of doughy.
Yeah, but this bottle takes a while to open up. Like,
Yeah.
your first impression of this when you first try it is not going to be the same as it is by the time you've gotten to here.
Mhm.
The flavors really come out, and at first, because it's so unique, you're kind of like, what is this?
Yeah,
What am I dealing with here?
It's a different one for sure. But there's also kind of this spearmint on the nose.
I get a fresh cleanness every time I smell it.
Yeah.
It smells like just freshness.
It smells like, honestly, it smells really well made. Like the producers of this spirit are really good at what they do.
There's quite a lot of fruit. I get raisins and kind of like a fruitiness to it. And my wacky My wacky nosing note is watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Okay.
Look for it. Look for it.
I can get it out of there for sure, but it's funny because there's so many layers of you can pick out the different sweetnesses like that, but then you can pick out the like savory notes, and I kind of get like a almost a Reuben sandwich, like sauerkraut kind of thing in there. But it's really good. I mean,
I can actually see that.
It balances itself out really well.
Wow.
All right, well, let's get to the flavors, shall we?
Sandwich, I love it.
Oh, are we gonna give them that song?
I think we already did.
Oh, we did. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go.
Let's taste it.
Yeah.
You know what? I struggled with this one when I first tried it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, but like as time went on, as I revisit it, it just got better and better and better.
Like you say, it's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, I think that's because you're expecting a certain thing, and when you don't get that, then you're kind of shocked, and it kind of weirds you out a bit. But then once you know what you're getting into, then you can really appreciate it because you're not expecting a cornness to it, or
it's a lovely arrival. It's really like a perfect balance between the sweetness and the spice. And like I said, it's not like that. It's not spicy like a rye. It's like a rye bread.
Yeah, but and to that point, it's somewhat herbal too. Mm-hmm. Like you were saying, spearmint. I think you said.
Yeah, there's some spearmint in there.
So it's a bit herbal, tangy. And again, I gotta say, on the one tasting that sticks with me throughout is watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, for sure.
Just keeps coming back.
And it kind of, I got this thing like it, when you get it at the front of your palate, it's one thing, and then by the mid palate, it like builds into this juicy kind of sweetness. And I think that's kind of what you're talking about. Yeah, it evolves in the glass, and there's a perfect balance. Oh yeah, it's cold in breath. It's cold in here. There's a little bit of saltiness to it in there too, but
slightly
all in all,
slightly acidic.
Yeah.
But the 43% is nice because there's a little pop there, and that adds to the spiciness, the little bit of the heat. But it's got a highly drinkable nature to it.
Yeah, I'm really loving this one. I actually rated it way higher than I was expecting, especially in the lineup.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about
finish?
Yeah, it finishes almost like a breath mint to me. Like you feel like you're fresh. You got a fresh breath now, even though you might not want to go into work after having a dram of this.
That all over everyone.
Not necessarily the fresh breath mint to cover up your tracks. But,
no.
Hey.
A tangy, slight bitterness.
Yeah, it does have a bitterness. It's almost
tanginess.
A little bit metallic kind of bitterness. Yeah. And then I think moving on right away to the viscosity. I didn't really write a viscosity note, but I wrote an overall, it's a perfect balance on everything.
Okay.
Like even the color, it looks like it should taste.
It does.
For some reason. I don't know. Yeah, the nose, the palate, they all work together really, really well. The oils on the side of the glass.
The legs are a little runny.
Yeah.
They're a little runny, but not too bad. Not too bad.
And as usual, if you add a little bit of water to this guy, it actually livens it up with the sweetness, like that Jolly Rancher kind of thing. But nothing overpowering or
offensive.
Refined or exactly. It's a really well balanced whiskey.
Once you know what you're getting into, it can be shocking at first. But even that shocking nature of it, it's not bad. It's just so different. It's shockingly different. I find.
Yeah. So if you guys don't really know Canadian whiskey too well, this is a good one to be on your Canadian whiskey journey because it's so different than like Crown Royal and all that kind of stuff. It's not that corn syrup kind of taste. It's very different.
Score it up.
All right, I gave it a really high mark. I gave it a 28.29. You gave it a 27.5, which all in all is a 27.89.
Wow.
That's pretty big.
That is a good score for like a base product.
And maybe we're being a little bit more generous with these Canadian whiskeys because they're starting to prove themselves a little bit more amongst the entire market.
Again, it's one of those things when you're not expecting that much and then something's really good, you maybe kind of notch it up. But exactly. It's deserving. I think it's deserving.
So, anyways, we'd like it if you subscribed and liked our videos and share our videos. Like, let's get this thing huge, people.
Call a friend.
Yeah.
Chat
about it on FaceTime about it. Instanet. Twitterify. Okay.
Cheers.
Tranny and C.